Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. Here we're going to take a look at the energy of this full moon that is happening in Aquarius on the 22nd of August. And then we'll take a look at the energy for the following week, the 23rd through the 29th. How are y'all doing? Well, I'm thinking about it. Can you smash that thumbs up button right now? It really matters to YouTube. And so, ooh, you have prosperity. So if you would help me out, I would super appreciate it. Just hit that thumbs up. If you would like more information, if you'd like to, let me try that again. If you'd like to help a little bit more, you can hit subscribe. It doesn't cost anything. It's just subscribe. And if you'd like to be notified when I upload videos, and then you can hit the notification bell. Wow. So you have prosperity coming. So let's think about this. In your fourth house in your 10th house of career. Okay, so that makes sense. So Aquarius, particularly if you are a Taurus rising, it would be your 10th house, but it doesn't really matter. Prosperity in any form, prosperity in abundance. It could be prosperity in relationships. It could be prosperity financially, of course. It could be prosperity in career moves. It could be prosperity in self-love. So prosperity. This is the kind of thing that when we started on July 28th, there was a new moon. A full moon at 1 degree of Aquarius. And at 1 degree of Aquarius, it identified for you. Something around that time kind of triggered you. And you're like, this is something I need to work out. This is something I need to figure out. This is something I have to what am I releasing and letting go to create space for so I can grow? How am I going to manage this? And then we had a new moon 2 weeks later at the Lion's Gate in Leo. And this again triggered stuff with you because these are all happening in squares to you at the fixed signs. And so it was like, okay, wait, all right, so I am of value. I value myself, and I need to make these changes, and what am I going to do in order to create that? And now we get to the 29 degrees of Aquarius, where it's really completing and wrapping up the cycle. And the thing about the end of a cycle is it's the beginning of a new cycle. And so this, because it's at 29 degrees, it is really the energy of a full moon, new moon kind of energy, like ending something to begin something, not just letting it go and working your way through it. That happened at the first Aquarius full moon. This one is really the wrapping up, the putting the bow on it, the allowing the transformation to really happen, to be able to see what needs to happen. And you have the card of transformation and prosperity. You can absolutely change your life and move it in the direction you want to at this time. You have to be open to making the move, to making the changes, the things you've been chewing on in your brain over the last 4 weeks or so. All right, let's get into this. All right, here we go. So this is going to happen. This full moon happens at 8:02 a.m. on Sunday the 22nd. And it is also conjunct Jupiter, and Jupiter wants to expand. So expand this transformation, expand this opportunity for prosperity. And at the same time, it is going to be, Mercury is going to be conjunct Mars, which is communication and action and taking the steps. And so that energy is also feeding into all this. And Saturn, which is in Aquarius, where the full moon is happening, but not really in conjunction with it, but the energy is still supporting it. That is in communication with and in trine with Venus that rules your sign in her other home sign of Libra. And so Venus in Libra is about relationships and communication and where are the healthy boundaries and what is it that you want. So these relationships can be business or personal, but this is all energy that's feeding into what makes you feel prosperous. What is it? And honestly, everybody talks about Taurus as being able to manifest financially, and that's where prosperity lies. And for many of you, that's what you're thinking, and absolutely you're not wrong. But I think that as time goes on, I think that you realize that there's so much more to actually feeling prosperity. Prosperity is across the spectrum of mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, relationship-wise, and of course financially. There's just so many areas in which to feel the prosperity. So what area have you identified that needs to be transformed? So That's at 8:02 a.m. and then the moon is going to move into Pisces at 8:42 a.m. on Sunday. And by the end of the evening, and this is Eastern Daylight Time in the U.S., at Sunday at 5:35 p.m., the sun is going to move into Virgo, and Virgo is a fellow Earth sign for you. And so there's a very nice flow. If you are a Taurus rising, that would be then in your 5th house of creativity and romance. And so that's only if you're on rising, but it's an energy that is very supportive of organizing your thoughts, because we got Mercury and Mars there, and organizing your actions and what steps do you take next. And the moon is going to be opposing Mars, which is conjunct Mercury. So the moon is saying, hey, it's logic versus your intuition, or combination of. What is of value to you? How do you communicate this, and what do you do now? And so this energy here, the patience that comes with this full moon as it happens, and knowing and understanding that things have to grow at the rate they're supposed to, of course you understand that. But there's this period with that moon in Pisces of need to do a little reflecting, keeping your head out of the emotional waters and really looking at the situation and understanding it for what it is and finding the balance. And the sun in Virgo really also encourages balance. And so how can you do that? You are Spirit wants you to know that you are safe and surrounded by love. Keep your heart open and know that you're being protected. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. There is a need for perspective, a higher vantage point from the heart space, not the ego. From the heart space. What do you know in your heart of hearts is your truth? And just because it's something that you've always done, or something you felt you had to do, or something that used to work in the past, that doesn't make it the truth now, because the energy is shifting. The energy is shifting. It started shifting, in 2020, but by the time we got to that big wave of Aquarian energy that started coming in last December, the energy is coming. It's changing. It's moving, and it's time to see things a little differently. The moon is also going to be, as it moves through Pisces, it's going to conjunct Neptune, which is asking you to really check in with your intuition, to check in with your dreams while you're asleep, while you're awake, and then Mercury is going to oppose Neptune shortly after that, and they're both in their home signs, and so they're having this conversation, and it's basically this: what do you need to know in the earthy, physical, knowledge-based energy, and what do you need to know with your intuition, and how can both things be true? Because sometimes both things can be true, and somewhere in there is your truth, and that's what matters, is your truth. So the moon is going to move into Aries at 2:57 p.m. on Tuesday afternoon. And this is where you start taking some kind of an action step. There's that check-in energy with Saturn trining Venus here, because now we're dealing with the sextile energy with Saturn. So where are the boundaries? That's very supportive, and opposing Venus, who's looking at what is of value, relationship versus the individual, and how can you have a beginner's mind? I just heard, how can you have a beginner's mind in order to manifest and create what you want? And the moon in Aries, if you are a Taurus rising, is in your 12th house, and that's again digging into your intuition. And so there's a lot of energy around intuitive hits. You have Iris, and Iris is about harmony. It is the rainbow bridge after the storm, the rainbow that connects heaven, the divine, with the earth, right? So how do you do divine purpose with manifesting in the 3D world? And you have Gaia, Mother Earth. This is Taurus energy, creative, nurturing, growing. How do you connect your divine purpose with manifesting the prosperity that you desire and deserve? We all deserve in this 3D world. You can. Everybody can. You're a little more in tune than others as far as that goes, but understanding that manifesting prosperity is part of your spiritual journey also. And so this is about what brings the joy and what brings, how much is enough? Really? Wow. Okay. How much is enough? How much brings you everything you need? Okay. So harmony, balance. Okay. Yeah. All right. I hear. Yep. Okay. So Spirit is saying that are you taking time to stop and smell the roses? That's the beauty, and enjoy the moment. Are you getting the full experience, or are you working too hard? Are you so focused on money that you have forgotten what your soul knows is that prosperity is across the spectrum? That's the question they're asking. Very interesting. Okay, so Moon gets into your sign at 12:27 a.m. on Friday. You're being asked to remember that you are resilient, that you can grow whatever you need. So if you've had some kind of a financial setback, you will rebound. If you've had some kind of an emotional setback, you can rebound. If you've had some kind of a spiritual setback, you can rebound. You can manifest and create. This is what you focus on right now is what you're going to create. So when you focus your energy on what it is you truly desire, whatever that is, using the power of prayer. Power of prayer is simply conversation with the source, with your higher self, with your angels, with your guides. Give the situation to God for uplifting, and I don't care if you call God, divine source, whatever makes you happy. It's the same energy, the creator energy, creator creatrix energy. It's uplifting and it's healing, and be open to miracles. Heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon the divine guidance God gives you in response to your prayers. That is the energy of manifestation, as above, so below. So you send your request. You ask for what you want, and you pay attention to the answer so that you know what the next step is. What's the next step? To manifest. You're so good at doing it in some areas. Now it's time to look at your life, and where is it that you are feeling the lack? That's the next area to work on. You have wisdom and knowledge and experience from lifetimes, but also from this lifetime. The part where you know you can manifest. If you can manifest in this arena, you can manifest in this one, and this one, and this one. There is no limit to your ability to manifest. The only thing that limits you is your own sense of self-worth and belief in yourself. Wow. Okay. Man, Spirit is bringing it today, guys. Big time. All right, so while the moon is in your sign, it is going to come into conjunction with Uranus, and that's where those sudden downloads and insights and intuition hits are going to come in. So over the weekend, create some space. Get out in nature, go for a walk, let yourself think. I don't even want to think. That think means you're trying to work out the problem. Be open to just receiving the messages that are coming in. Give yourself the space to do this. This card has shown up for so many signs today. I will persist. My will is strong. I will persist. My will is strong. There's a Taurus card if I ever saw one. And you have, I am honest with myself and others. And this is what you're being asked to do. Be really honest with yourself. You are being supported. What is it that you truly want? And then be able and willing to communicate that to the people that need it. That is how you're going to transform and find the prosperity. So if we are talking about a job, who do you need to go to and say, nah, I've been working here for 16,000 years and I just should get paid more than that guy that just walked on here last week? That isn't probably how to do it, right? It is, I have been doing this, this, and this, and these are my skill sets, and I feel that I am worth a raise. If you're going for a job interview, these are my skills, and this is why I'm asking for this. You know how to do that most likely. If you're a Taurus rising, maybe you're learning how to do that. Taurus sun would probably know how to do that, okay? But this is about doing this in every arena of your life. Where are you trying to grow, to connect? What is this big desire that you want to ask for? There's a prayer being sent up from your heart of hearts. Communicate with Spirit, and then communicate with the people in your life that can help you to manifest it. That is some really powerful energy. Okay, so The moon is going to move into Gemini on Sunday afternoon. I'll cover that more next week, but with that happening and Mercury moving into air sign of Libra, which is the relationship sector of Venus, there's going to be like a time to put on the thinking cap to create the solutions. This week, it's about getting honest with yourself and what do you really want and asking for it in the heart space. In the heart space. Okay, I'll be back next week. We'll do the weeklies and we're going to start doing monthlies, and I will be putting out a video within the next week or so explaining some other opportunities that you have to really connect with me and to allow us all to grow together. So I'm really excited about that, and I will chat with you soon. You guys take good care of yourself and focus on what it is you truly want, because where you focus is where you're going to manifest. All right, you take care. We'll talk soon.